Good evening, our beautiful clients. Thank you for your choosing us to deliver our legal consultancy to your business issues. So you have told us that your company is Japanese owned and is holding a business registration certificate which is issued by the Ho Chi Minh City Department of Investment. And now you want to open an office in Hanoi and you don't know what to do between the two considerations. First is that you would register a new entity with the Hanoi Department of Investment, or you can just open a representative office in Hanoi with the certificate in Ho Chi Minh City. And you have also told us via Zalo chat that your company is 100 Japanese owned and its type is company with limited liabilities, and that you have been running your business in Ho Chi Minh City for 3 years now. So let us give you some scenarios before we could go further on a discussion. First is that what happens if you register a representative office? What if it is a branch, and what if it is a subsidiary? And my teams will continue.
Now, I would like to introduce you the scenario that the foreign company would like to establish their representative office in Vietnam. The requirement to establish for the foreign company is the foreign company must have the business registration certificate and its validity is at least 1 year before the expiry. The foreign company has come into operation for at least 1 year from the date of establishment or registration. The scope of the representative office operation is inconsistent with Vietnam commitment, or the foreign company is not located in the country or territory which Vietnam is a signatory. Then the relevant minister, the head of ministerial agencies, will approve for the establishment of the representative office. When the representative office were established, it has some rank, like it operates in accordance with the purposes, scope, and duration stated in the license for establishment of the office. It can rent the office and live or purchase the equipment and necessary facilities for the operation of the office. The representative office can recruit Vietnamese and foreign employees to work for the office in accordance with the law of Vietnam. It also can open account in foreign currency and in Vietnam dong at banks which are licensed to operate in Vietnam, and use that account for the operation of the office, not for profit-making transaction. Besides that, the representative office must strictly follow the obligation as below. Is not to conduct profit-making activity. The representative office not to enter, amend, supplement into any commercial contract, and has to pay tax, fees, and charges, and to discharge the other financial obligation, and have to report on operation in accordance with the laws of Vietnam.
Branch. What for? To fully act as a registered business, including profit-making activities in a different province. And carefully notice, head of branch cannot hold the position of RO branch at the same time. Head of branch cannot hold the position of RO or branch of another different company. There are some conditions your company needs to fulfill in order to open the branch. Firstly, holding the business registration certificate and its validity is at least 1 year before expiry. The company already fulfilled this condition. Secondly, having been in operation for at least 5 years from the date of establishment or registration. I believe that your company is not fulfilled yet. Thirdly, the operation scope of RO is consistent with that of the company and provision with Vietnam is binding on GT of which Vietnam is a member. Otherwise, relevant minister has of ministerial agency approved. I'm not sure in this case whether your company fulfill this condition or not. Open the branch you have some rights. That is on the right same at RO. That is you have right to operate profit making activities, to remit the profits abroad, to have a seal bearing the name of branch. You also need to do some obligations same as the company.
And is it okay for our company to set up a new entity in Hanoi? Yeah, relating to the new entity, we would like to introduce the subsidiary. We refer to Article 1A of the Enterprise Law, the parent company and the subsidiary. And remember, a company is considered parent company of another company if it owns more than 50% of the charter capital or the total ordinary shares of the company. And the second, we have registered business and a cash profit making activity like a company to do business in a different province here in Hanoi. And the subsidiary serve for the purpose of separating product line, category product, project for better management, investment. For example, if your company is producing tool and you would like to add more product into your category and for better management and for investment, we separate it as a new entity, open the subsidiary for running new product for better management and investment. About the condition to open the subsidiary, yeah, it is good for our company to have BRC already, and it has valid 1 year before expiry. And it holds dominant capital contribution in the subsidiary at least 51%, and has the relevant minister, heads of ministerial agency approve of our license to set up subsidiary. We ensure the operation scope is consistent with that of the company and the provision with Vietnam is binding on the treaty with Vietnam is a member. So that means everything have to be compliant to the law of Vietnam. And for the point, we work with the company to get to know more the situation. About the right, it has all the right of a subsidiary at a company and operate profit-making activity as an independent company. It has an independent accountant unit being responsible of tax declaration and work with tax department. The contract, transaction, and other relationship between the parent company and the subsidiary must be established and executed independent. And the subsidiary, it have their own seal stamped. The obligation is at the same as the companies, and the subsidiary cannot remit profit abroad to parent companies. And the parent company shall be responsibility for any damage to the subsidiary if the parent companies make the intervention beyond the competence of the owner and require the subsidiary to do business against unusual practice or engage in unprofitable activity.
We have just shown you ways to run your business in Hanoi, and now we would like to have more of your input on this, and Miss Hao will be our moderator.